Welcome to the Geek Envy podcast, episode 36. My name is Matt, and this podcast is about video games, geek culture, and anything else you feel like talking about. I am joined by the usual crew, Joey and Eric, and we also have a special guest this time, Courtney, who, I guess we can all introduce ourselves, or how are we going to do this? We haven't had a guest in a while. I'm sorry. Courtney, how are you?
I am fabulous. How are you?
I think that's good. Well, she'll walk us into her realm of life in a little bit.
Right in there. We can start catching up on our lives.
Well, I'm interested in finding out what you have been building, Matt. I see you're on a run of Gunpla.
Oh, yeah, well, okay. So, I was on Reddit.
That didn't sound enthusiastic at all. You killed me, man.
Well, no, it's enthusiastic. I was on Reddit the other day, and I noticed there's, like, GameStop clearanced all their Gunpla that they sell, like 50% off or more, and none of the stores near me sell it, so I couldn't get it there. So I just instead, like, bought every kit that was on sale.
Jeez.
Well, actually, I think there were like 8 kits on sale. I bought 5 of them.
Yeah, you said
it wasn't everything. It was mostly like HGs.
Yeah,
that's okay.
That link you sent was kind of lackluster. I was like, oh, sale. Not really.
It was good. I bought like all of them, so
I wanted to like a half-price PG to like actually get one at some point in my life, but they're still super expensive.
But yeah, anyway, so I did that, and I've been experimenting with water slides and building, and it's been going good.
You've also been doing a bit of weathering.
Oh, yes. I built... Bandai has a line... Bandai does the Star Wars kits now. I guess Revel used to do them, but now Bandai does them, so it's like the same company that makes Gundams and all that stuff. And so they're pretty ultra detailed and injection molded plastic, so you get them in the right colors and everything. So I built an ATST from that line to kind of try it out, and it was really, really detailed and really cool. It looked all right by itself, but I kind of started experimenting with like putting like some soot and some like blaster stains on them, and it ended up turning out pretty good. So that's on my Instagram if anyone cares.
Was it real soot? Like, did you go?
No, it was makeup. Remember?
Yeah, it was like a Tamiya Weathering Master thing. They're like they look like little like eyeshadows, you know.
You should have just thrown it like in the fireplace.
Yeah, that's what I should have just thrown the kit in the fireplace.
Joey,
dust it a little.
Real soot.
Oh man.
But yeah.
Gameplays? Any gameplay?
I have been on a Castlevania kick, so I've pretty much been playing Circle of the Moon, which is the first Game Boy Castlevania, I believe. But it's actually pretty good. I'm digging it. So I think it's one of the better ones I've played, actually, surprisingly.
Cool.
So I don't have time to game right now, so I've been mainly just doing it at work on my break. So portable is king.
Wait, you don't have time to game?
I don't think any of us have time to game anymore, really.
Listen, Joey,
I've got time to game.
I have a life.
Implying that
I have a life too.
Implying
it's
that
just
we
gaming.
do.
Yeah.
Well,
Matt, you gotta hand this off.
Oh man,
So then you gotta push us forward.
Pass that baton.
enthusiasm,
man. All right. Well, let's transition over to Courtney because we haven't talked to you, and Courtney is our guest. Should we introduce Joey? Should you introduce Courtney fully?
Sure, Courtney.
What is Courtney?
Who is and what is a Courtney? She's a fellow gamer and nerd. I know her via a convention. She helped organize one in the Maryland area, and it was pretty solid.
Thank you.
I think we've stayed in touch via social media, and she's got awesome gamer cred, better body pillows than I do. So she was a easy choice for a good guest person on our show. So welcome to her. I know you've been playing a lot of things. You just beat... What did you just... You just beat Valhalla?
I did actually beat Valhalla.
Which the guys won't play because...
That's not true.
They're kind of lame.
What is Valhalla? Why is that?
It's the cyberpunk bartending
graphic
visual novel.
Oh no, I'll play it. It's just not. It hasn't come out on Switch yet.
I thought it did.
Coming out soon though.
Oh,
no, not yet.
Was that
No, they're just like they're taking a long time to port it. But yeah, it's gonna come out.
It's good on Vita.
So there's this old iOS game called Bar Story, maybe. I think it's Korean. But it was like just like that. You like played a bartender and you would like talk to people, and it was like some slice of life, and then you had to like make them the drink that they wanted. So
that does sound
just like Valhalla.
Very similar. Yeah.
Uh-oh.
And I really loved it, and so like I've always been interested in it. I was gonna get it on Vita, and then they announced the Switch version, and I was like, oh.
Why wouldn't you get it on Switch?
Maybe I'll wait. Switch is the best.
Well,
Switch is pretty great.
I would have bought it on Vita, but it's a dying platform, and I think my Vita collection has already gone through the roof, so I don't need another Vita game.
Whoa.
R.I.P. Vita.
Shots fired.
Wow.
No.
The Vita was always dying, and
Well,
you were a collector at one time.
No, I mean, I still am a collector, don't get me wrong, and I feel like I have to put a disclaimer every time we talk about this with a guest is, Courtney, if you haven't heard any of the previous ones or me talk about a Vita collection, I have 120 plus US Vita games, half of them sealed.
I have like 5 Vita games, and one of them is Dead or Alive Beach Volleyball that I imported from Japan.
Yes, she knows her priorities. Family values. That's what it does.
Right.
It's a staple.
It is a staple.
Right.
But yes. So I care very much for the Vita, and I mean the only reason why I say it's dead officially now is because in Japan they officially ceased production of the Vita. I think it was this week or last.
Yes,
So it is
was very
official nail in the coffin for the Vita.
Which is very sad. Because I did like my Vita as well.
I still love my Vitas.
I forgot to tell you guys, I got the Gundam Vita.
Which one?
The one that has the Vita console. It has like the scale.
It came with 2
stuff on
kits.
the back.
Oh, what? You bought that one?
Yeah.
Ah, damn you. All right.
I'm super jealous of
Yes,
it.
I know. I'm sitting here.
Except I don't want to spend $200.
Anyways, we're diverging
Yes,
here.
back to Courtney.
Back to Courtney. What have you been up to?
Valhalla.
Valhalla.
What did you think?
It was great. It was short. I thought the ending was a little abrupt, but other than that, it was a fine visual novel game. The aesthetic was pleasing. The soundtrack was great.
Did you did you play as like a responsible bartender? Yeah. Did you save your money, or did you kind of spend it all?
I saved my money for the most part.
Very responsible.
Yeah, trying. I
Paid
should
rent.
yeah. Not buy wallpapers of anime girls. I mean, it's very tempting, but I didn't.
Yep. So for the other people in this room who have not, in this virtual room who have not played it, you should get on it. What else have you been playing?
I've actually been trying to get through Devil May Cry, the series, because they did the remaster for PlayStation 4.
How far are you?
I just beat 1.
Oh my god. So, I did this. Are you playing the PS4?
Yeah.
The like remaster? So, yes. I tried to do that, and I'm stuck at like, it's like Doom Train or something. I don't know. There's like this Doom thing. It's like yeah, I can't get past that. Is it a train? It's not Doom Train, but like I keep thinking that's like from Final Fantasy, isn't it?
Final
it's not
Fantasy.
like a summon.
It's the one that gets suplexed.
I have to look up the boss. Yes, yeah.
Yeah, so anyways, yeah. It's like even 1 is too much for me.
It's definitely not aged well at all. The camera is just super wonky, but
I kind of like that the camera's wonky.
I do too. It adds charm.
I don't know why. It makes me feel like, I guess, nostalgic for that time.
For sure. Yeah. But I thought I'd be able to play through all of them before 5 came out, and I'm sure I'm not going to pick up 5 when it releases anyway, because I'm also a bad gamer, but getting ready for 5 because the demo was fantastic, so I'm pumped.
There was a demo?
Yes,
yeah.
still on PlayStation Store or whatever.
It's still there now.
It's
Download it now.
Might be. You might. Yeah, I don't see why they would remove it.
Well,
They'll probably leave it up there.
sometimes they remove stuff.
Don't be like that, Sony.
Yeah, I have it downloaded. I just don't know if I want to get spoiled about anything.
I don't think you will.
But,
it's super short.
It's Devil May Cry. You can probably guess what'll happen.
Yeah.
That's true.
Dante.
Insert witty comments here.
Something
like
ridiculous will
nonsense.
happen when he'll like throw
Yeah.
something in the air and it'll like flip a million times while he's fighting someone, and we'll like catch it while running up a building.
Haha, did I catch you off guard?
Yeah.
Ha.
All right, what else?
And the last thing I've really beat recently was Kingdom Hearts 3, and that was a month ago because I took 3 days off of work just so I could beat it because I didn't want it to get spoiled.
Whoa.
So I love Kingdom Hearts.
So it's beaten.
It's beaten. Not platinumed yet, but beaten.
So how understandable is this game in the convoluted storyline?
So as somebody who's extremely invested in the storyline, it kind of makes sense, but I could see, like, you have to keep up with the phone game as well, which kind of threw me off a little bit. Yes. Yeah. Kingdom Hearts Key, I believe is how it's pronounced, but, that part kind of lost me because I'm not up to date in the phone game because they still release chapters. So the references to that, I was lost a little bit, but other than that, it was kind of followable.
Were you annoyed by a distinct lack of Final Fantasy stuff?
I was very saddened. I wanted to see Cloud in a new outfit. He's always like rocking that emo goth phase 2000, so
It's the best.
I was ready
it's
for
the best
it.
Cloud. Come on.
I miss you, buddy.
He like slowly gets closer to almost wearing a dress in
Right.
the game.
Next Kingdom Hearts season, he's gonna be wearing trip pants. I'm excited.
Oh.
Can't wait.
He's gonna be wearing the Jenkos, full on parachute pants.
I'm like crossing my fingers. So, Kingdom Hearts 4. Don't hold out.
Does it leave it open for like a fourth game?
Yeah. I mean, I don't want to spoil anything for anybody, but
Yeah.
It's okay, Joey. We'll all be dead before it comes out anyways.
Yeah.
YOLO. I don't know.
I'll be like 60.
still
That's not.
still
that's
yelling
not
at Donald and friggin' heal me while Goofy's over with his
Yeah.
shield in the corner. But yeah, you know,
As long as the PS10 is backwards compatible.
It won't
we can
be.
still play.
no,
But-
we'll get a story up till now 2.7.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, Kingdom Hearts. You gotta hate to love it,
Yeah.
and love to hate it.
Oh,
So yeah, that's all I've been playing.
Sweet. Well, Eric, what about you?
All right. Well, I've just still been stuck on Tales of Vesperia.
That's the best Tales, though.
It is the best Tales. I very much agree on all points.
Ugh, Yuri.
Eric, how many Tales have you played?
I
I feel like you're not a Tales fan.
What, you're
I feel like
calling
you're
him
not
out.
real.
No,
Calling him out
it's,
right
it's,
now.
it's fine. I played every Tales up until Bizarria.
I've played the beginning of every Tales game. I played the first hour of every
That's fair.
Tales game.
Wait, so have you played Berseria, or you have not?
Up till Bizarria. So I think
Okay.
Tales of Grace's F was like the last one I played.
Did you play Zillia?
No,
Hysteria.
Zillia after.
Zillia's before Berseria, and Zillia sucks, so just... Oh,
Zillia,
no,
like-
I'm not Zillia, Zestiria.
Wysteria. No,
Sorry.
Wysteria is awesome.
Zestiria's
You like
alright.
Zestiria?
You gotta view it in the right
Oh.
light.
I like the Night Lady.
Joey, I liked you, man.
Okay.
Really
okay.
liked you.
The Knightess.
I actually kind of like Zestiria better than Zillia.
Take me two back then. Alright, Tales of Graces. That's the last PS3 one I played.
I like that one. That one was cute.
Because there was one that came out on PS4. Which one was that? That was Bizarria, wasn't it?
Berseria
and Zillia. Or Zestiria.
God, man, these names are
All
so
these
bad.
names. But no, I was just saying that I think I'm not at the end game for Tales of Vesperia. I made it up to the point where I've saved Estelle.
Wow,
from-
spoilers.
Hey.
What? No. She gets saved like 15 times in the game. I could mention so much more spoilers, but I'm just going to leave it at that.
Thanks. Yeah, thanks for spoiling it even more.
Great.
No.
15 times.
Now there's no point to play this.
Are you kidding me? No one's ever played Tales of Vesperia in the last 10 years?
I played the first hour of it.
You know, just forget it.
I beat it on 360, so I don't know.
I'm 50 hours into the game. I'll put it at that. And right now I'm doing all the side quests before I get to the end game. Because the shitty thing about every old Tales game is that if you don't go back and do things before the end of the game, you can completely miss things. And that's being extremely vague, but it's very true.
Do the side quests expire, or do they just stay active?
No, they completely expire. So, for example, in Tales of Vesperia, you have this cow kid that stands above a...
Wait, say that phrase again.
In Tales of Vesperia, you have a kid that is a cow, whether he's dressed up like one or he is one.
Okay.
He stands above a quicksand pit, and you're supposed to visit him 4 to 5 times throughout the course of the game, but only at specific points of the game.
Oh, fuck that.
And you have to trade him specific items every time you visit him, and if you even miss one, you miss the whole quest, the whole side quest. So
awesome.
The thing is, if you meet all those points and you trade him every item that you want to the last, you get like super powered up weapons at the end of the thing. It's worth the trade, but you've got to hit every single one of those points. But that's there. I think even Tales of the Abyss had something like that, where you had to get to the last labyrinth, go all the way to the end boss, leave, go to some town, speak to somebody, and then you got like the best weapon before you can go finish the game. So
Gotcha.
Tales is notorious for some of that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of wish they would make another 2D Tales.
I don't want 2D Tales
Like
anymore.
just the battle system. It's so
No.
I almost think Tales looks less cheap in 2D.
I disagree.
The first 3 are like golden to me.
What was it? Tales of the World Radiant Mythology? That's the last one I played that was 2D.
What? That's like the mashup game.
Really?
Yeah, no, I mean like Tales of Destiny, Tales of Eternia, Tales of Fantasia. Like the first 3, how they were like the sprites, and then you just ran left and right. It was like you went horizontal on the battlefield.
No, but Tales of the World still had it set up as left and right movement.
Yeah, but that one was like the shitty.
Okay. Anyway,
Okay.
I'm getting
Spin-off
shit on my
Judgment.
spin-offs again. So anyway, lots of Tales of Vesperia. Like you said, handheld is king right now because I pretty much don't have time to sit at home in front of my PS4. But I have been reading a lot of manga on the side because of Alita Battle Angel. I really want to see that movie, and it's getting a lot of good reviews as well as press. I've read through all of the manga in which it's actually Battle Angel Alita.
But
It's so good.
just the first one?
All 3 of them actually.
Oh yeah, there's 3, isn't there?
So
I only read
there's-
the first 2 like back when I was in high school.
So
Very
it's
good.
Battle Angel Alita, which covers everything from... there's just too much in it. Like, I can't even start to describe and break down every single part of it, because then I go into super spoiler territory. But it's one part, which is Battle Angel Alita. Then you have Gundam, actually, which is the Japanese title for the whole thing. Last Order, and then you have the Mars Chronicle. So I've read up until the last manga release of Mars Chronicle, which was like yesterday.
Dang,
Wait,
man.
like it was released yesterday, or you read it yesterday?
No, released yesterday.
Really?
So-
It's still going?
Yeah, so Battle Angel Alita started in like, what was it, mid-90s or early 90s?
I remember reading that when I worked at GameStop. That was
Yeah,
like a lifetime ago.
it was on forever, and then it ended, and then Last Order was created because the original author or artist was not happy how it ended, so he retconned the entire story, changed all the canon stuff, and that original ending is not even canon anymore.
I really
and-
hate it when they do that.
And Last Order finished in like 2008 or something like that, or 2014. It started in like 2008, ended in 2014, and then Mars Chronicle picked up and is now where we are in 2014 till recent.
What'd you read it on?
Online.
On your phone? Like on your phone or a tablet?
My phone.
Well, they have it on like the Comixology app or whatever for Amazon. I was thinking about reading it there. to give him some monies, but Eric
Why
that.
are you automatically assuming that I was pirating things?
Because you're cheap.
I know what
You know
happened.
what? Anyway, aside from that, that's been my life in watching Frozen in 15 million different platforms.
Oh, speaking of which, Frozen 2.
Yeah, Frozen 2. Yeah.
It's coming November. Get ready, guys. It's going to be real.
Let It Go Part 2.
Which is funny because that's what my daughter refers to Elsa as. She's like, yeah, you'll be Let It Go. I'm like, what do you mean? The movie? She goes, no, you got the powers. I'm like, no, I don't.
You can't touch anyone. And you have to feel bad about yourself.
Conceal it. Don't feel it. Don't let it show. All right. Anyway, Joey, please let's move on from Frozen. Talk to me about your life.
No
What's
problem. My life has been a constant month of sitting at home since I work from home. So I do have time to play on my consoles. I got the PS3 hooked up again, and I felt like some nostalgia. So I started playing through like the one JRPG I already had installed, since shit takes so long to install on the PS3. And that was Mugen Souls Z, the sequel to Mugen Souls. Have you guys played this game?
I have not
seen it.
Either of the games?
I played about 5 minutes of this game. And then, it wasn't for me.
Is it by the creator that does Desagaia, or is it just the same artist?
It's the isn't
Same
it the guys who
publisher,
did?
at least.
I thought it's the guy who did like Trillion.
God of Destruction? I think it is. But hold on, Courtney. You
So
just
it's like
blew
that whole group of like Compile Factory.
Oh man,
Courtney, wait. Courtney, have I been saying the name of this game wrong for years? Is it? I always thought it was Disgaea.
Did I say it differently?
You did.
What did I say? Desagaia?
There's like a million ways to say
Okay.
everything.
I
You
don't
might
know.
have been saying it right. I
don't know. That's what I'm like. I've heard someone else say it differently for the first time. I'm like, anyway. Okay, sorry, Joey. Go.
What
It is
did
a
you
bizarre
used to
title.
say during the first like couple of podcasts, Eric? There was something you used to say.
It was the
super
pronunciation
different.
of some like French thing, and I couldn't get it right.
Oh, like I know it's atelier.
Yeah, Atelier.
Everyone says like
Atelier.
atelier. Yeah.
Well, I think it is.
it's Atelier.
No, it's atelier.
I think it's Atelier.
It's
yeah,
French.
It's French.
Oh no.
See? The more you know.
Not that it matters. Anyway, Mugen Souls Z also doesn't matter in your RPG life. Shushu's back. That's all that matters, and she's ready to take over more worlds by making everyone her peon.
Wait, I guess it is Compile Heart did it.
Yeah, but it is very Disgaea-ish. You can upgrade everything. You can enhance everything. You can, I think, like, I was trying to get through the 100th floor or something before I lost and didn't make it. So, like, yeah, it's kind of a game you can get stuck in, and it's kind of mindless, so I can do it while I'm, like, running a test for work or something.
Little known fact about this game.
Oh, no.
Uh-oh.
It doesn't even have a Wikipedia entry. It's just like shoved into the bottom of the previous game. It's a sequel.
Is that
That's how obscure this game is.
There's a fact though. This was one of the like more annoyingly. I wouldn't say it's a big loss, but like everyone got pissed off when this game released because they took out the bath mini game that it had in it.
There was a
Compile
bath
Hearts
minigame.
is known for all of those weird.
Yeah, because like you can use shampoos and soaps and go to the hot spring and like power yourself up for your next dungeon run.
Oh my.
But in the Japanese one, there's a mini game that I think is kind of similar to like the Criminal Girls or whatever that
Yeah, Criminal Girls
stuff is called. So kind of risque thing, but they took it out. Everyone got pissed, and
As they should.
they
I
keep
want my full
censoring.
game.
Yeah, they keep censoring things. So
Oh my
it doesn't
gosh.
really help when we get pissed.
So one of the producers of this game was Keiji Inafune. That's the Mega Man guy.
Yeah, Kaji Inafune.
Whoa, that's awesome. Can't really
What is
see
this
you
guy
there.
doing? What is
Hey,
this?
come on, it's not a bad game. Anyways, moving on. I've been trying to get through the Kingdom Hearts games so I can also one day beat Kingdom Hearts 3.
You got it, buddy.
And I finally...
Believe in yourself.
Yeah.
Believe in the light.
Finally did the last battle of Kingdom Hearts 2. And beat the game. So
I feel like the ending of that game was so underwhelming. I just beat it too.
It is a little underwhelming. They're like, you did it, but
it's like you did it. Now go sit on the side of a lake and be sad.
But it was a whole saga, because like you made it through this whole saga, and if there's spoilers right now, so I know you all have played through it, but if you're listening, turn away. But like you finally get back home, and Kyrie's there, and you're just like happy as shit, and you give her the little fruit token thing or whatever, and like she drew it on the rock too. You're in child love with each other, so like
it's kind of like a child love triangle. Honestly.
Yeah,
let's be honest.
That
like we don't
horrible.
know
What FBI list are we going to be put on for that?
But anyways, of course, like, so here's the issue I have with like games like this, which utilize one main character, and it's that kind of like Yakuza, they're stringing along our main character. They're stringing him along on all these games. Like, they can't just let him be happy. Like, so now I gotta go play Birth by Sleep, which doesn't have Sora in it, does it?
No, it doesn't, but it's
okay,
the
so
best
maybe that's
one.
Fine. Maybe that's fine.
By the way, like, I don't know what it is. I'm playing Birth by Sleep right now.
Oh, it's so good.
Like, it's freaking hard.
Yeah, it is.
But it is great. I agree
I'm
with
stuck
Courtney.
at, like, the samurai dude who, like, wants to be your dad.
Level up, bro.
Yeah.
Hit the gym. Come on.
I did. I've been playing the freaking Fortune Street game over and over and over again. I feel like there's nowhere to grind.
Who are you playing through, Terra?
Yes.
Yeah, so he's super hard.
Why did they say to play him first? I looked up like who should I play first.
No, I think you
everyone
should
was
have gone
like,
with
Terra.
Aqua. I think
Aqua's like magic-y.
the last one you should play through,
Really?
I think. Yeah, because
I
she, like, not to spoil anything, but her
don't
story extends further, like, if that makes sense, in the timeline.
I will say that for some reason, the way Birth by Sleep is paced, I think it's better than Kingdom Hearts 2.
For sure.
Kingdom Hearts 2 was not that good.
It was
like,
not.
the beginning had story, and the end had story. Everything in between was just like, whatever.
Also, another nice thing about Birth by Sleep is, like, right when I start to get bored of a Disney World, it ends. And I go to the next one.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas, like, Kingdom
short
Hearts
and
2,
sweet.
I get bored of it, like some of the worlds
Instantly.
I was really into, but if you're not, like, that into a world, you're like, oh god, now I have to, like, do, like, 5 more things.
One of the things about Kingdom Hearts 1 was that you start off in the game, and, like, every world is kind of a neat experience, and then you get to Peter Pan's world, and you can fly, and it fucking changes everything, and you're like, whoa, I'm all in on this.
No. You know what pissed me off the most about every one of these games?
Oh, God.
Gummy fucking ship game.
Okay, gummy ships do stuff.
Actually, in the second one, it's kind of fun.
It's not as bad in the second
Don't talk
one.
to me.
But Kingdom Hearts 2, there were no moments in any of the worlds where I felt like they really hit the magic of, like, Disney. But,
You could tell, like, what worlds they didn't care about. Like Mulan, there's, like, some rocks. There's,
that
like,
world
some, like...
terrible. It had, like
some
color
open
palette.
Some rocks, a slope, a snowy
Yeah.
slope. Good one, guys.
They had, like,
Gotta fight the Huns.
That's
All right.
level design at its finest.
it had the simplest color palette in that world.
Ugh.
But anyways, moving on. And then I've been playing a lot of Taiko no Tatsujin. That's Taiko Drum Master. I don't know why they didn't just call it Taiko Drum Master. Even, they've had another Taiko Drum Master game.
Did you get the drumsticks?
Nah, we just my wife's kind of into it too. So we just use the controller. And I actually think the controller's better.
Do you use the waggle or you press the buttons?
The buttons.
What system?
PS4.
Mm.
I have it on Switch.
I thought you were playing on Switch.
Well, I do have it on Switch too, but the PS4 version is better because you can. It's kind of got addictive elements to it where you can get these coins for beating and accomplishing certain achievements during songs, and that unlocks different things to augment your little drum icon that you use as your personal avatar in the game. And then it also has events. So like right now there's a Taiko Drum Master birthday event going on. So you can compete to get like free stuff throughout for a 10-day period or something. So it's pretty awesome. And trophies.
You really sold that. So.
And the Switch has none of that. The Switch has no events, no coins. You can unlock songs, but it really doesn't have the same feel or a kind of addictiveness as the PS4 one does.
Seriously? Like what's the purpose of that? Are they different games?
Well, the songs differ a little. And like they don't like in the PS4 one you pretty much just start off with every song, but in the Switch one a few of the songs are different. Like you get the Pokemon song.
Yeah, for lights that sing, I'm assuming.
Yeah. And then you have to unlock, I guess, to give you some desire to play every song.
Can't you play that game in Yakuza? In one of them?
Yeah.
Which
Yakuza 5? Maybe? I don't know. I'm totally done with Yakuza now, so...
They all blur together for me.
Yeah, exactly. Alright, and that's it. That's it for my gaming life.
Hooray!
Mm-hmm.
All right, so that moves us into some special topics, at least. And although we've had a kind of slight introduction, Courtney, we're going to come back to you real quick and just kind of want you to give us a little bit about yourself. And I think we talked offline before we got online about a convention and what you do. So please.
Sure. So I met Joey through a convention that I work for, T-Mode. Which is based out of DC, primarily Rockville, Maryland. But we're just primarily video game, but we also do anime and gaming, or anime and Japanese culture. Our last convention was a couple years ago. We've kind of been on a break hiatus due to family reasons, but hopefully we'll be back into the swing of things, and I'll have dates and stuff to advertise, but in the meantime, just kind of, checking people out, seeing potential guests, which is fun. The year that I think Joey went, I was guest liaison, so I worked with Liesl Wilkerson and John St. John, who are two prominent voices in gaming. The year before, we worked with DC Douglas. So really cool people to meet through it, and yeah, and then I'm also I've been working for a video game retail company, not saying the name, but for like 10 years. I'm celebrating my 10-year anniversary with them this year. On the weekends. Yeah, it's not my main job, but I get discounts and, special perks, so stick with it.
That's the biggest takeaway, right?
Right, amen. So the video game community's kind of just been a huge part of my life.
Great. Quickly, I wanted to touch back onto Team Mode. So, what was your like usual attendance like? Was it like a 3-day weekend, something along the lines of like Anime Fest?
Yeah, just like it starts Friday afternoon and Sunday afternoon, kind of standard formula for most conventions.
True.
And we were in the spring. I think we've discussed changing the time of year because spring is a really busy. Spring to summer is super busy for conventions. So things like locally AwesomeCon or, there's Otakon that's in the summer. And so it just kind of gets muddled together. And, when you only have so much money, people pick and choose their conventions. So
yeah, of course. Kind
of have to figure that out. But hopefully we'll switch to fall because fall's nice.
I think that's a good time, right? Everyone's cold, wants to get inside and
right.
Get away from get some nice warmth.
Not that this is any convention that works with me, but is related to the podcast. Definitely, Joey. I don't even know if have you been to MagFest?
Nope. Music and gaming.
Yes.
That one's at the Gaylord, I think.
Yes. Oh my gosh, my favorite. Not being biased, or if I took T-Mode aside, MagFest is excellent, and you guys should definitely go next year.
So does the music at MagFest like, is it limited to gaming music, or is it kind of just like open to whatever music?
It's gaming music / gaming inspired music. So chiptune, electronic. There's classical. Just kind of throw everything in together. I think the main goal is just inspired by, not necessarily video game music. And the first year I went to MagFest, I don't remember his name off the top of my head. I'd have to look it up, but I saw the gentleman who does the Katamari Damacy soundtrack, and
that's amazing.
That was a fabulous show, and
Nice.
Lots of energy, and they continually have amazing musical guests there. They had the Bastion musical director there one year, which is another amazing video game soundtrack. So if you're big into video game music and video games in general, they have tournaments. They had a Smash tournament this year, Overwatch tournaments, Heroes of the Storm, League of Legends, stuff like that. So a little bit of everything for everyone.
All the big esports stuff now.
Heck yeah.
All right.
T-Mode also has similar things, just gonna push that in there too.
No, it's fine. Go ahead.
Not as on a big scale like MagFest. We're a little bit of a smaller convention.
I remember when I was at T-Mode, there's a really cool Baltimore-based gaming rock band that did like rock covers. They were really good. I can't remember who it was, but they were amazing.
Was it Baltimore Symphony? I think
I have no clue. I remember,
I'd have to look at the year you came.
Yeah, both my wife and I laughed, and we were like, "Man, we should have remembered the name of who that was."
I wish I could remember for you, but I cannot.
No worries.
All right. Well, hey, if we're definitely around the area, it's worth going to check out T-Mode.
You should definitely.
And the website is tmode.org, right?
It is indeed.
There we go.
Thank you, sir.
All right, we got stuff to show. No. All right, I want to touch on some other special topics real quick, and I think the biggest takeaway from the last week is that we get Pokemon Sword and Shield.
And gun.
It is
and nunchuck.
Pokemon Sword, Shield, and Chancla for our Spanish people out there. He protects, he attacks, but most importantly, he fights back. I've been so excited for this release. I mean, we were teased with Pokemon Go at least, and everyone was like, "Yay!" But when's our mainstream Switch game coming? But it is finally here,
and it does look really fucking good.
Mm-hmm.
It looks super linear. Don't get me wrong. The map looks like I'm going straight from the bottom of the mountain to the top, but I do not care.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. I don't need more time to waste.
Started from the bottom, now we hear.
Yes. The whole crew. Kruki, Scorbunny, and Sobel.
I'm not big on these starters.
I gotta admit, after I think it was like Gen 4, every starter was kind of like, I guess.
Why do the starters always have to be the same type?
That pisses me off. And yes,
like,
that is.
Why can't they branch out there? I feel like it's not that different.
They should do like a goth-themed Pokemon.
Why would we do that? No, Joey.
No, because then you could have like a ghost starter, a psychic starter.
Joey's weird fetish just came out.
Fire starter, goth Pokemon.
He grew up watching Sabrina, the ghost trainer from the original one. He's like, yes,
true,
Sabrina.
and charmed.
Goals.
No, you went on a whole nother direction. I wasn't talking about Sabrina the Teenage Witch. Sabrina was one of the original the psychic gym trainer.
Oh god!
Wow, that was deep cuts.
Yeah, that was deep.
We just found out about one of Joey's secret wishes there.
90s television, man.
But the fan drawings have been off the charts and already been, the minute that trailer hit, I swear, like 10, 15 minutes later, I saw fan art of all the starters, or even like the original starters dressed up as the new starters. But people are excited.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to a full console game because they kind of got to bring it for this.
I mean, it looks like it's standard Game Freak Pokemon.
I think it looks a little bit better. I think it looks better than whatever Let's Go.
No, I mean,
Pikachu?
Yeah.
It takes elements from what I feel was like Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, those same kind of like character sprites, and the world is definitely a lot better.
It looks like it's more like sprawling. I think it's going to be a little bit bigger.
Well, either way, I mean, we know nothing more than the starters at this point and where it's located, but it's a day one, and I hate to admit.
Are you gonna double dip?
I do for every Pokemon game.
Oof.
You have to. I hate to admit it, but you have to.
Not really. I mean,
Just
there's always
find
one
friends.
that doesn't
Yeah.
get
What
played.
friends? These guys are not going to buy it.
I'll buy it. I'll trade you.
What? Joe and I will both buy it.
No,
There you
I
go.
remember when like
I
the
already
3DS one first came out. Like you could do the random trade, and sometimes you'd get like amazing shit.
Yeah, you're talking about the Wonder Trade.
Yeah.
and that stuff.
I feel like that kind of broke the game for me.
It did,
Yeah.
because you could put up like a random like level 2 Pokemon,
Yeah.
and someone who would be like, you know what, I feel like putting up a level 80 legendary Pokemon. Here you go.
It's like, I'm gonna grind for this rare Oh wait, I got it randomly. Never mind, I don't have to do that anymore.
But even not even just Wonder Trade, but you can actually put up and trade things. So yes, even if you only had one copy of the game, for the most part, if you put enough effort in, you can get all the Pokemon that were exclusive to the other game. But it's one of those things. Even for me, for the 3DS games, I have every copy. For the DS games, I had every. I don't know.
It's gonna be good.
It's going to be good.
Mm-hmm.
What did they show the legendaries at all?
Nope.
No.
We'll find out.
Someday, yeah.
Well, I mean, it's a late 2019 release, right? So we're looking at what, October? I want to say.
When does Detective Pikachu come out?
Good
The
point.
movie?
There's gonna be some tie-in.
I didn't think about that.
March, isn't it? Isn't Detective Pikachu coming out March or April?
I swear to God, if Ryan Reynolds like shows up on my Switch,
If we get a Detective Pikachu in Pokemon Sword and Shield, yes,
I don't
it'll be
even know.
amazing.
I don't even know why this movie exists.
It
May
looks
10th.
good.
You
May
didn't play the
10th.
game?
The game's good.
Game is good.
I have the game.
Game's good.
I have
Kid-
not played
the kid
the
will
game.
like it. You should play it with the kid.
No,
Get her detective skills.
it's a
Roman.
DS game. That sounds terrible. She'll be like all up on you.
All right. So touching more on the Switch stuff. The only other thing that was kind of announced today was Alliance Alive. So it looks like 3DS games are making a move.
Yo,
to the
that
Switch.
game is awesome. Just saying. Just
I have it on the 3DS. I have actually. It's been one of the games.
If it's
I
the
haven't
game
played.
I'm thinking of, is that the one that's kind of like Suikoden?
Yeah, it's supposed to be that kind of.
Yeah, this game is rad. I played a lot of this on 3DS.
I
But-
did not.
Well, now you have a second chance.
Too many of these
Dude, like
deep RPGs came out at one time on 3DS.
the developer name is Cattle Call. That's like the worst name.
What's interesting though about like a lot of the 3DS RPGs is that they had a unique niche that had to do with the system, and I think a lot of it takes from the fact that the 3DS wasn't so powerful enough to give us that kind of like action based. So it focused a lot more on story and involvement. So you know, games like this, Etrian Odyssey, was just a lot more story involvement and you being involved. So taking these games and moving them to the Switch is a big thing, but I wonder how they'll do in terms of being not as action orientated, you know?
Yeah, it has the same scenario writer as Suikoden, Yoshitaka Murayama.
Awesome.
If you wanted to know,
Speaking of 3DS,
that's why I
I
was
did.
relating it to
I
Suikoden.
did want to know.
my last special topic, at least to talk about the 3DS, is that Kirby Extra Yarn came out.
Wait, it did?
Yeah, the Wii game was released for the 3DS.
Oh, so that's not a Switch game?
Nope. And the reason why I bring that up is because we know we're at the end point of the 3DS's life. And yet we're still getting those kind of like 1-2 scragglers that should be on the Switch, but are not.
Yeah,
Like
I mean,
Persona
they
Q2.
put a lot of work into them. Might as well
I mean,
finish them up.
Maybe at some point, but like you would think Epic Yarn would make its way to the Switch and not the 3DS.
I'm pretty sure more people have a 3DS than have a Switch still, though.
Yeah, but wouldn't you want people to invest in getting a Switch, so you'd want to move that game over to the Switch?
I get it's Nintendo. Like nothing that makes sense.
Do you think they're trying to feel out the audience still to see if there's still a reach in the DS market?
I think this was planned already, and I think it's kind of their like last final gifts to like the 3DS, like the closing points. Like these are the games that will end with the Switch.
I think they originally said that the 3DS was still going to be viable because the Wii U tanked so hard that they didn't want to commit, and then the Switch did amazing, and so now they're like, oh, well, we might as well just move on.
But pretty much that, yeah, they agreed to keeping the 3DS alive as long as they could, not really knowing where the Switch would go. So they probably had this game already planned, but I still think they could have stopped the development or at least changed it a little bit. And not to say that, yes, you could stop development on a dime, but the focus probably could have been better implemented into moving it to the Switch.
I think they might announce a more portable version of the Switch. And
more portable than the version we have?
Yes. And if they're going to do that, it's going to happen before Pokemon comes out.
That would make sense.
What do you mean more portable?
Non-detachable Joy-Con?
So the rumor is like something more the size of a 3DS type thing. And then it wouldn't come with a dock, is what the rumors have said. So it'll be like portable only, but still play all the Switch games.
Switch Go!
Yeah. So, I mean, it's just rumors, but I figure with those rumors out there, like, if Pokemon comes out without that being announced, like, it's not happening probably this year.
Going back to Pokemon, do you guys think that the Pokeball that are released with Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee will be able to be used in the new Pokemon Sword and Shield?
I don't know. I want to get that on clearance so bad. I check it every day.
Courtney, to answer your question, I don't think so, because the focus of the Pokeball really was just the joystick with a click in the middle and then the motion sensor.
Yeah.
I really think you're going to need a lot more than just motion sensor and a joy.
What if it's all shake commands?
That would
like
suck.
You gotta shake in a circle to press to bring up the save screen. No. You gotta jerk it to like move the camera or something. Like they could do whatever they want.
The Pokeball's nifty in that you can also train your Pokemon as you're walking. So you don't think they would even utilize that?
Maybe as like a Pokewalker attachment, they could, because they've already using
the Pokewalker was the best thing ever.
Amen.
It was so fun, like when you would see someone out with one, and you'd be like, "Oh, a nerd! You're walking your Pokemon," and then they would like not talk to you.
But the only reason why I think they wouldn't is because Pokemon Go is still ongoing. Like,
right.
It'll probably still continue to go throughout the year, and so there's no real.
Pokemon Go is never going to stop. Do you know how much money that company is worth?
Oh yeah, Niantic.
Yes,
yeah,
we do.
Yeah,
we know.
It's gross.
But I mean, yeah. So that's really it on my end for special topics. Out of
one more special topic, and that's the rumor of the new Microsoft Xbox One S digital only edition.
I feel like that's already.
I thought that wasn't a rumor. I thought it was confirmed.
Yeah, they haven't really shown it yet, but what do you guys think?
That's going to be what the next iteration,
thing?
Like the next generation of consoles, is going to be digital only.
No.
Yes, it's a very sad idea.
Well, it has to be. If it's not, I'll be super surprised.
Why do you say it has to be?
Because everything else has gone that way. Like music, everything is going towards streaming, and it's good enough now that people can just do that. Game Pass has proven that.
That's a good point.
I just think the size of the games is counter to the size of music, you know?
I think people like to stream content in like a Netflix-like way, and they would be okay to do games that way.
I think, I kind of wonder, like, since we're from a different generation, we're from a hoarding generation, so we fill our hard drives with everything, because we're like, fuck it, I'll download all this shit. But, like, people, I'm assuming normal people are actually good about, like, playing a game, like, downloading a game, playing it, and then deleting it.
You say normal people like our generation isn't the most prominent generation of gamers at this moment.
Well, I don't know who they're targeting with this digital only thing then, because like if if us crazy people are the normal people, then they shouldn't go non-physical.
But think about your reach. Think about like the logistics of streaming everything or having a Game Pass like service versus having to ship and produce all these physical items.
My only counter argument to the digital only is, so I live in the middle of West Virginia, which has the worst internet reception of any area ever. So we have a lot of customers that complain that they can't download their updates, they can't play their Xbox Ones because they can't, their internet isn't fast enough. So what about those people?
Yeah, I'll tell you straight up, these companies don't care about.
Yeah, but that's a whole market that they're missing.
I know. They're jerks.
Jerks!
For me, too, it's the whole discussion that has always been surrounding digital games, right? Is the fact that there's no production, there's no artwork really needed, there's no shipping involved. How does that translate into the cost for us as the end buyer, right?
Well, yeah, and look at Steam.
I mean, yeah, Steam is great, but...
Like, people don't buy PC games anymore.
They haven't for years, right?
I mean, physically buy them. Yeah. I think it's just a matter of time. Just like we don't really buy movies anymore. Like, I'll occasionally buy a Blu-ray, but pretty much everything is streamed.
Or downloaded.
Yeah.
I mean, other means, yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Whatever. I hate it. That's all.
I don't really love the idea of it. Like, I wouldn't mind. Like, I like having my favorite games on my shelf. Like there's games I'll never sell. Like, I sell most games that I feel okay about, but if I really love a game, like, it stays on my shelf and it's like there. So that's kind of sad. But at the same time, my Kindle, when I bought that, I said, I don't know if I can do this. I love the smell and feel of a real book. And next thing you know, like, I sold all my books and everything's digital because I was like, I can take all these books anywhere and have them on this little thing.
Oh.
No, I completely
How can you give that up?
No, I agree. I still have my books. I mean, I agree with him. I got a Kindle and I was like, man, this is so convenient.
I worked in a bookstore. Like, I loved books. Like, and it was the best. I had the best collection. But then once I got that Kindle, and once I, like, took it to work with me or, like, took it on a vacation, I was like, oh my gosh, I have so much room for things. This is the best. And then, like, my bookshelf, I could, like, put other things on there. I was like, this is the best.
No,
like
but
video games.
Yeah, but I think the consensus is kind of the same, that even us who have grown up in that kind of, like, we always had something to present on a shelf or display and keep as a kind of a memory. We're just kind of moving away from that. And I feel like I'm sad to say, even myself, I've sold a lot of games that I wouldn't have even thought about selling in the past few months. And
yeah, because you, like, get it free on, like, some service. And then it's on your console, and you're like, why do I have this? Or
actually, I sold all my Final Fantasies from 7 to 10.
Oh, I did that too. That hurt me a little bit, though.
No, I had the PS1 7, 8, 9 all Black Label, and you know what? I thought to myself at the same time, like, I own these in so many different platforms.
You own them like 10 times.
As they announce it just for Switch as well now.
Yeah, I will buy them then.
And I'll probably buy them again. So I don't need the physical discs anymore, and I have nothing to play it on.
So with the digital push for digital sales, do you think games will be $60 still via digital? Because they still hold their price even now digitally, do they not?
Well, they do, and that was my argument, that if we move into a completely, fully digital form, and it takes away the cost of everything from production, pressing the disc, to the need for marketing and sales of the actual thing into a physical retailer, I don't think they should stay at that price. They should drop down to a lot lower. But knowing these companies,
I don't think they will. Yeah.
Well, if it's anything like
to like $80.
If it's anything like books and movies have been, because those both have pretty much gone all digital, and music. Typically, everything when it releases, it's like exclusive or whatnot, and it's full price. And next thing you know, it's on either like a streaming, like a subscription based model, or it goes on sale in some way. I have a feeling that's what will happen.
You think we'll see a lot more sales, like Steam?
Yeah, like Steam sales and stuff like that. Like that's one model, or it's like the model when it's like games as a service, like Netflix
Game Pass.
is. Yeah, or Game Pass. Yeah, and they'll all be in there.
Do people still use GameFly? Is that still a thing?
I think it is, but I don't know anyone
I think they
who
do
actually-
streaming as well, though.
It is, but yeah, they do. They have a streaming service too.
The problem is hardware size too, or like memory, right? Even a 1 terabyte, PS4 is standard 1 terabyte fills up super quick. I don't know. I know Joey mentioned earlier, like people are diligent about like playing a game and deleting it. I am not one of those people.
I am not either.
believe you.
Yeah,
Me neither.
I'm not. I only do it when it doesn't let me install more stuff.
Pretty much.
All right, we got to move on. We're hitting the hour mark. I just want everyone to check their Audacity and see if it's still recording.
Yes.
Yes.
What if I said no?
I would punch you.
No, it's still recording.
Okay, good. Eric, you want to pass on to me?
Do I want to? Do I really need to? Of course I do. So Joey, let's I'll give you a pause there so you can cut that. So Joey, let's move on. I know you want to continue this. So new releases, please.
It's my time. We gotta catch up on some new releases since we're only doing this every other show now. February 19th, we had Steins Gate Elite release for PS4 and Switch. I heard this was kind of a mess.
How so?
I just heard the animation doesn't really evoke the same type of emotion that the artwork did.
That's like my main hang up with it. That's why I haven't bought it yet.
Yeah. I wonder how well it sold. I could look.
I really like the art from the original one.
The art's really good.
But that being said, I like the anime too.
Yeah. Well, I think they,
I don't really want them together though.
Mm-hmm. Is anybody a Steins Gate fan other than Black Waltz and I?
Well, I've got the Vita game.
Watched the anime, haven't played the games.
Gotcha.
The anime is super good though. The anime is
is.
just as good.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Yeah.
it did a good job.
It's just as heart-wrenching. But that's out there if you want to try to experience an anime. And then Death End Request also released on the same day. Looking forward to that. It got okay reviews, and I got the limited edition, so that's awesome. Anyone else pick this up?
Mm-mm.
Nope.
A pass from everyone. February 22nd.
It's hard to pick those up when games from that developer
Usually stink.
Well, no, they're also like usually like $15 to $20 in a sale.
Yeah, but everything
Shortly
drops
after.
these days.
Not everything.
Not Nintendo games.
Nintendo games.
Yeah.
Good luck.
Nintendo is the only one. Anthem, February 22nd. What happened with this thing?
No, Anthem's been it's pretty
Wah,
big
wah.
following, at least from what I'm reading. It
And then
just
started bricking people's PS4.
Yeah, there's a
Yeah.
lot of like negativity about it.
there is a lot of it.
I'm just so sad. Like BioWare was my favorite developer like 10
Was.
years ago.
Was
10
now
years
it's
ago.
And now it's just like
well, once they got bought out, but who bought them out? Right, Microsoft or
EA.
EA?
Oh,
But no,
EA.
even when they were with EA, they were still making good games. Like Mass Effect games were EA.
No,
Were they?
no. Well, 2 and 3 were.
Yeah, and like even the Dragon Age Inquisition was decent.
See, you're barely scraping the surface here. Look at it; it's decent. It was like cold pizza on a Saturday morning.
It was better than Cold Pizza.
get by.
Like, it wasn't as good as the previous Dragon Age games, but I still enjoyed it a lot.
Let's talk about Andromeda.
No, we don't want to talk about that.
All right,
Yeah.
moving on. February 26th, Remy Lore, Lost Girl in the Lands of Lore.
Did anyone get this or play it?
I
Don't know
had
what
it
This is.
pre-ordered for a time, and then I was like,
Same
meh.
here. I canceled it right before it came out.
Yeah. It got okay reviews. And then Nier Automata, Game of the Yorha edition released. This packs in all the one DLCs that exist.
Yeah,
and,
that was my question. I was like looking at it, I was like, oh, I should get this, and I was like, I think I bought the only DLC.
Yeah,
and then I went and checked, and I was like, literally only one DLC.
Yeah, it's like DLC CX105249.
And what, some weapon packs?
It's like weapon packs, and you get Kaine's outfit from the first one.
Best girl.
Okay,
well,
I mean, the game's great, like, and I'm glad it's out again, and it'll get more stuff. Like, it's an amazing game. But yeah, I just normally game of the year, you're like excited because you're like, oh man, there's like all that content that I didn't feel like buying, I can get for cheap now.
Nope. Then February 28th, My Girlfriend is a Mermaid released.
Is this a real game?
Digitally on the Switch. If you want a physical copy, you can go out to Play Asia and get the Asian release.
Joey has 100% of this game.
Is this like My Little Mermaid?
Honest, I've been looking at it. No, it's like a VN where, you find this girl and she's a mermaid. And
is her name Ariel?
Life moves on from there.
No, she's legal. Ariel is not.
Ariel was like 16.
Wait. But like,
not
is
confirmed.
it the same in fish years?
Ooh, good point.
That's true. Mermaids are not humans. What is that?
Yeah, like dog years, that's different. I don't know. Anyway,
she's a fish from the waist down.
I don't think that's a thread we want to pull at.
Right, moving on. March 1st.
Right into family values.
Yeah, right. Dead or Alive 6. The storied franchise continues with the 6th iteration of the Doha Tech tournament.
I kind of want this.
This game is really good.
Can I just say where the family values things come from?
Yeah.
So my joke about family values through this entire thing about Dead or Alive is because Evo Japan happened about a month ago, or a month and a half ago, and one of the things that happened was that they had a showing, like a test, not like a test screen. They had the game there, and there's a trailer for Dead or Alive 6 before it released, and you had two girls in kind of compromising outfits who were doing a lot of the Dead or Alive poses while showing, the wink, the little Japanese side thing. Yeah, a lot of skin, including the fact that Dead or Alive 6 is known for a lot of its bounce mechanics. So yes, the Evo founder was like, we do not promote this kind of stuff, and we adhere to family values. And the ongoing meme after that was that Dead or Alive had a lot of family values.
Which is hilarious that a tournament that promotes
Mortal Kombat,
the punching into people's faces.
Well, not even, but all the games like have that type of stuff. Like, look at Street Fighters like that, Tekken's like that to an extent.
Yeah, exactly. So the strong family values, of course, and yet we have Mortal Kombat and Injustice where people are being punched through the sun and heads torn apart, but yet some natural body parts are out of the realm of discussion.
Yeah, Americans
I don't know if
are
that's
afraid
natural.
of bodies.
Yes. Okay, Matt. Yes, I know. Triple F.
Seems like a stretch.
You know what, Black Belts? You just don't watch enough fighting in general, I think.
That's true.
Dead or Alive 6. Has anyone picked this up?
Nope.
No.
All right. I picked it up. I had to. I played every Dead or Alive.
So,
it's really good.
Define, what do you mean by had to?
Yes, you had to get the strong family values into your life.
Yes. You know what had to means. Like, let's say a new Xenoblade Chronicles releases tomorrow.
It's a whole nother different world, Joe. You can't argue.
You have to.
I would have to do that.
Yes, so you know the feeling. But it's really good. It has another like cheesy Japanese-ish like novella type storyline. It's got a quest mode so that you can do specific challenges. It's got a lot of unlockables. Like you have to so much more of the wardrobe stuff is kind of behind different currencies, which is a little annoying, but it's good. You should pick it up when it goes cheaper, I'd suggest.
I probably will. I played a lot of 4 and 5. So
And the storylines are just amazing.
when they first came out.
Like, the dialogue is incredible. The little side stories are ridiculous.
I don't believe that.
Yeah, I don't believe that at all. But at least, if you want to talk about stories, you get Mortal Kombat 11 that was announced, and the story trailer came out today.
Awesome. All right.
Awesome.
I don't think...
Moving on.
I think, well, I don't know how many of us played a Mortal Kombat game in a long time.
Mortal Kombat 10.
You played it? Well, you're
Eric-
the fighting
Eric's a
guy.
fighting game
That's
guy.
right.
Yeah.
Well, when that game comes out, Eric, we'll do a whole expose focused on your Mortal Kombat experience.
Sure.
We'll know nothing. March 5th, Left Alive. What is this?
This is a Front Mission spin-off with the character designer from Metal Gear doing the art.
What's it on?
PS4?
That's it?
There's probably something else that's on. Maybe Xbox One. Yeah, Square Enix put it out. Like I'm gonna pick it up eventually. It doesn't look like it's gonna be a $60 game, so I'll probably grab it. But
Okay, yeah, that was gonna be my next question. Like, what was the price point?
I think 60. I think it's
is
full
it
price. But yeah,
physical also?
you got to get those mech games, because that's what I'm into. Giant robots.
That's true. Then March 8th, which is Friday, we've got Devil May Cry 5 releasing. I know Erica would probably be pretty excited about that one too.
Left Alive has a 3 out of 10 rating right now.
Oh gosh.
Oof.
I'm still gonna get it. I don't care. It's Front Mission.
You say that now, and then you'd be like, bargain bin it.
Yep.
Well, no, I said I'm still going to get it when it's cheap.
And last but not least, at least for this block or period of time, on March 12th, we've got the Caligula Effect Overdose, which initially released on Vita, and maybe this collects all the extra stuff. I don't know. But this game
I think
was a
it's supposed
stinker on Vita.
I feel like it was like laggy or something. There was something about it that it was hard to play.
It had pop-in. It was extremely bland. I don't know about this one. I think it's
Was there any
only
redeeming
claimed to-
feature to it?
It's got the character. It's got the story writer from Persona 2 working on it. But Persona 2, like,
was
good
the
game,
best.
not really the best.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's got a limited edition. Nah. And that's it for this block. So yay, new games. Dead or Alive 6, really good.
Huzzah!
Huzzah! Any other topics anyone wants to talk about tonight? Nay.
No. Take that as a no.
Alright. Well, then you can find us on Spotify, iTunes, and Google Play, so subscribe to us there. And if you want to peek at us online, go to geekenvy.podbean.com or check us out on Instagram at geekenvy. And if you've got comments, suggestions, questions, or concerns, you can email us at askgeekenvy@gmail.com. Thanks, Courtney, for joining us tonight.
Thank you so much
you,
for
Courtney.
inviting me. It was fun.
It was a lot of fun. We got to talk about a lot of things. We will see everyone in a week, maybe 2 weeks. Depends on our scheduling. That's it for tonight. Say goodbye, everyone.